Hello! So basically I wanted to do this video because I feel like I have struggled a lot mentally and I've got a lot of trauma and I've got a lot of stuff going on, and basically I'm at rock bottom in my life right now. Not that you would know because I've got this weird high on life energy, but I just feel like anything that I could help, any little bits of wisdom, any little bits of motivation that I could do to help anyone, then that's what I want to try and do. So anything that I've kind of struggled with or anything people need advice with, I feel like this could be like a safe place for people to be. I feel like a lot of people struggle with trying to be happy, and I feel like on social media as well, when you see like these little highlight reels of like people going on vacation, or like just every single day seems so happy and like, oh, they've got a perfect house and they've got a lovely car, and like you can still be miserable and have all those things, by the way. There's such a push to be happy, and really we shouldn't be chasing for happiness, we should be chasing to be content. When you're trying to chase to be happy, you're actually gonna find it impossible to be happy, and that's what I found. And I have done a lot of self-reflecting. I'm very self-aware of like what I struggle with, what I'm toxic with, what I'm good at. So I'm very self-aware, and I was still struggling a lot. If I say the word content, you might just think, oh, that means stagnant, but being content is actually being happy with what you have. It's actually going to give you less of a roller coaster than all these emotions. So if you want to feel happiness, you have to be sad. Like, it's literally the yin and yang of life. You can't feel one emotion without feeling the other, but it's impossible to just feel one emotion strongly all the time. It's just not possible, and that's not how we're wired to be. Also, if you think about it, our brains are there to literally help us survive. It's not about trying to make us happy. Our minds are not there to make us happy. That's why so many people struggle with mental health, because your brain isn't supposed to naturally do that. Its main motive is just to survive. Survival of the fittest. And look, so many of us are battling with things that we don't speak about, a lot of traumas, just like bad situations that have just really fucked us up and just completely changed us as a person. And I always feel like even at our worst times, the worst thing that's happening to you right now, just remember that's going to be character building in the future. Like, that is shaping you. You might not like the process of it, but trust me, it will make you a better person. But that's why you have to be so careful, because when something bad happens to you, you can let it happen to you, and that means it's going to make you sour. It's going to give you a nasty, ugly heart, and every single day is just going to be bad because you're going to have such a horrible outlook on this cruel, miserable life. Second option, you can acknowledge something bad has happened to you, but don't give it that power to then derail your whole entire life. So since losing my dad in January, I've not had the energy to do anything. I've not been going to the gym. I'm so self-aware that those are the things that I want to be doing, and I know it will help me, but I literally just didn't have the energy to do it because just trying to get through the day was just so mentally draining. But then something switched in me this week, and I just thought to myself, like, regardless, these days are gonna come, so I can either try and make my way through them, or only I can have the power to actually impact my day and make it a good day. And trust me, I know a lot of the things I'm saying are easier said than done, and it's a process, and I've been on this process for years and I've just got to this point, but I just want to reassure you that you can also get to that point. Whatever you might be going through right now, yeah, I don't doubt for a second that it's the most horrible thing that's happened to you, and it is causing you pain and mental distress. Imagine the situation you're going through right now, yeah? There could be another person going through that too, except they're in a war-stricken country where they don't have access to food and water and a warm bed. I actually did a week of Ramadan last year. So I'd set my alarm for 4 AM so I could try and eat before I had to go back to bed. And I literally woke up and I was feeling so tired, and I thought, oh my God, why did I do this? I just want to be in bed and be asleep. And then as I was like thinking that to myself, like a switch happened, and I thought to myself, how do I have the nerves to complain that I actually was so lucky that I even woke up this morning, because so many people aren't even blessed for that. I'm then complaining because I get to come out of a warm bed, which so many people do not have, to stuff my face with food that a lot of people do not have. Me having those thoughts for a split second just completely changed my outlook on life. When we get used to these luxuries in life, it's so easy to take them for granted, And it's like having that first morning of, wow, I'm actually so lucky because I've just got 3 things a lot of people don't get. So we're all striving to be happy, but actually I'm striving to be content, but just find so many little joys throughout the day. And I'll give you some examples of little bits of joy which I actually appreciate that I have through the day. Number 1, when I'm sitting there and I'm literally watching my favourite programme and I've got the perfect cup of tea, like it's made so perfect, and I'm sitting there comfortable and I'm watching something that's making me laugh and I'm literally drinking the most perfect cup of tea. Like, tell me that's not a little bit of joy. And when you start to change your perception like that, like, do you know how many little bits of joy that you'll have throughout the day? Or like, what about when you go out for a walk and it's actually such a nice sunny day and you've got like that smell of like fresh cut grass? Unless you've got allergies or pollen, then you probably wouldn't like any of this. And it's like the sun is just hitting you and then there's music playing, little bits of joy. Another example of a little bit of joy, I know when you accidentally wake up too early and you look at the time and then you realise you can have like an extra hour in bed before your alarm goes off. A little bit of joy right there. We need to not have the pressure on ourselves of, oh, but if I had that house then I'd be happy, if I had that car then I'd be happy, if I had this much money in my bank then I'd be happy. That's not how it works, because guess what, mental health doesn't give a shit about any of that. Like, I remember when I had an office job and whenever it'd be like a Monday, I'd be like, oh, it's a Monday, it's the worst day of the week. We've just told ourselves it's the worst day of the week. You are literally going to have to work that Monday regardless. So it's like, you might as well just try and be like, do you know what? It's Monday. I got to wake up today. Wow. You need to give yourself these higher vibrations because it will literally have a knock-on effect. I just wanted to basically make you question how you're currently living and what you can do to improve, because it's only going to help yourself in the long run. And just maybe after watching this video, next time when you like have a warm shower, instead of just having a warm shower, you'll be like, this is a little bit of joy. This warm shower is the little bit of joy that I needed. Do you get what I'm saying? If something is going to happen to you, we can't control what's going to happen to us. The good, the bad, the ugly, we literally can't control it. The only thing we can do is control how we react to it. So I hope that this helped even just a little bit. This is just like me getting started and me finding my feet. I actually haven't made any notes. I've literally just sat here and turned the camera on. So like, I probably haven't stuck to the points I wanted to say. I just basically wanted to share the little bits of wisdom that I have, because you never know who's watching and you never know who might be going through the same thing. If there's something you want me to speak specifically about, then you can always just like DM me on Instagram. I'll keep everything anonymous. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time for my next one. Bye.